The survival film is a genre in which the main character makes a physical effort to survive. The movie focuses on life or death struggles. Survival movies explore the human will to live. From true stories to situations that have us on the edge of our seat or just in total shock. Seeing youth have to make life-surviving decisions without any adults, or even becoming adults while alone. And the survival after the impact of losing a loved one.
I'm sorry! I'm sorry!
So many survival situations, so many survival movies. But what's the ultimate best survival movie? So join myself, Adsey, and Grandpa Popcorn at the bar, as today we will battle it out and draft our best top 5 films. What will be number 1? Who will have the best list? It's all up to you. So sit back, crack a drink, and join us. Let's see some blood. And welcome back to the channel. What's going on, Adsey? Welcome back. What's going on, man?
Not much, mate. Good to be here. Good to see you again.
Good to see you, man. Same old shit, different day. And we got to say, we cannot say hello enough to you, Grandpa at the bar. Grandpa.
Survival movies. More like survive this fucking show.
Yeah, bit harsh, you son of a bitch. He drinks too much at the bar there, but he's our barman. All right, so we're doing survival movies today. There's heaps of different variances, if that's the word,
For sure.
of survival movies. There's heaps of different way of movies to be survival movies. So you know what? We're not going to fucking jump at each other if we don't think it's a survival movie. If we think it's a survival movie, it counts. Simple as that. Because remember, in the end, it's all up to the viewers that vote on our lists anyway, man. So if you think it's a survival movie, if I think it's a survival movie, and we'll explain why as well when we pick it. That's the way it is, man. That's the way we fucking roll on the movie draft. All right, but there is rules. But there's always rules, man. There's Monster Race for the first pick. The movie must be based on a life or death situation. That's basically a survival situation, yeah?
Yeah, for sure.
Basically, life or death situation is a survival movie. It can go out of the box there as well. Don't just pick for your votes. Pick for your personal faves. And everyone, you need to vote in the community section on YouTube because we're going to add them up at the end of the year and it's going to be a ripper. Going to be a fucking ripper
just click Adsey. Yeah, it's very simple. You just click the Adsey button and you're good to go.
No, well, the only thing Adsey's got here is a fucking Godzilla. and that mutated looking fucking rat. Or have I got that? Oh no.
No, that's you, mate.
Oh shit, you've got the fucking wolf. All right, let's see who gets first pick. You've got the wolf. That wolf always fucking wins. All right, let's do it. What's the race?
I got a feeling Transformers going to win for some reason.
Godzilla, get fucked.
Oh, what did I say that for?
Godzilla,
you beauty.
fucking Godzilla. Fuck. I didn't want you to have fucking number 1 on this one.
I'm pretty sure you're going to know what I'm going to pick. But maybe not. My number one by far. My number 1 is a 20 out of 10. It's one of my all-time favorite films, and it's The Revenant. Yeah, for me, this is one of the greatest films ever made. I saw it at the cinema. I was floored. Leo DiCaprio, Tom Hardy, the director, he won an Oscar for it. And and Leo won his only Oscar he's ever won. Thoroughly deserved. But it's
he won one for this?
Yeah, it's the only one he's ever won. And he's been nominated like 6 or 7 times, and he actually finally won one. But yeah, for me, this is actually worth Oscars for once. It ain't Nomadland, let's put it that way. Had to throw one in there. So it's about these two guys back in the day who end up Tom Hardy's he's so good
Tom
in
Hardy's
this. Like
great.
he's literally got chunks out of his hair in it, and it's about these boys who have they pull they're collecting the furs, the pelts. They're collecting the pelts, and they get into it, and Tom Hardy thinks Leo's like helping them out. He's like a tracker, and he's helping them out with his son, Leo's and his son. And Tom Hardy, I'm not going to do a deep dive because I could go on forever. All you need to know is it's a pure revenge film, survival revenge film. And the shit that Leo has to do in this film to survive, like, because you think he gets stabbed in like the opening.
Oh, he's fucked.
25 minutes, he gets completely stabbed, left for dead. His son gets killed. That's all I'll say. And there's a bear attack where he gets his neck ripped open.
The bear attack is just fucking insane.
I'll keep saying that's all I'll say, and I'll say more, so I won't say too much. All you need to know about this is go see it right now if you haven't seen it before.
This is ultimate survival. This is survival of the bear. Then he's got survival of being left for dead. And then it becomes a revenge film. But the first half the first 3/4, to be honest, is all about survival. It's only the last quarter is revenge. It is just brutal. And fuck, man, did they actually do this in the snow? I didn't.
They did, mate. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like to watch. If you don't know, I don't like to watch the makings of movies because it kind of spoils it for me. But I don't mind being told. I just don't want to see kind of too much behind the scenes for many movies.
I totally get that.
Myself.
I totally get that because you want to be immersed in the film and then just leave it and just be a film instead of knowing there was actually people doing stuff.
Don't get me wrong. I love documentaries, but I don't want to see the movie. The behind the scenes that are on the extras and all that. The only behind the scenes I ever want to see is anything from Tom Savini. You understand.
Crystal Lake memories, mate.
Yeah, you understand why I love Tom Savini. This is just they must have been So you've just confirmed that they were in the snow. They looked cold,
and he bit into that liver for real. Where he bites the liver, yeah. Where the bloke throws in the liver, he literally bites into a real liver. He literally jumps into a horse carcass naked. To cover up, to keep warm. He does all that shit.
And the scene where he's going down the river when the Indians are on the trail. They're clever trackers. Those American Indians, we call them American Indians now. American Indians and Aboriginals, fantastic trackers. Absolute fantastic trackers. This is like, of course, back in the day when it was all bush before it's all city now, everywhere. What fucking amazing trackers these fuckers are, eh?
Fuck no. Yeah.
Holy shit. But they track him and he jumps in that freezing cold water, bro.
You feel it.
And you know that scene is real. That is survival. Good pick. Damn good pick, man. That was my number 2. I thought you would have maybe left that for your number 3.
I know which one is.
Or had it as your number 2. I can't go past this movie as my number 1. This is just, I can watch this over and over again from the year 2000. Tom Hanks, Castaway.
Yeah.
I absolutely fucking love this movie. The fucking plane crash is just crazy enough as it is. Every time you watch it again, and the more you see him saying goodbye and delivering packages and all that, he's just his character is such a nice guy, and you want him to survive this island. And just being on this island, finally making fire, not opening the packages. He slowly opens the packages. Such a good bloke, trying to make this raft to get out, and you're just rooting for him the whole time. The ending's horrible when Helen Hunt's already fucking remarried, but don't worry, Tom, you should see her face now, so you got out of that one. But
Okay.
You know, the bit where his tooth,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
bro,
No. Yeah. Yep.
bro, and like everyone loves. I love the Wilson bits, all the Wilson bits. I absolutely love, but I think everyone like really throws back to this movie because of the Wilson bits, all the Wilson, and all that. But to me, that's a fantastic part of the movie and all that, and you feel for him when he loses Wilson. But yeah, man, just surviving out there and fishing, crabbing, lighting fires. When he's dancing around the fire when he finally makes the fire is just such a fucking feel good freaking moment and all that. I absolutely love Castaway. Tom Hanks is without a doubt one of the greatest actors of all time. Don't care what anyone says.
I agree. Yep.
He's entertained me from when I was a kid, from when I watched Big. I
Yeah.
love that type
That's
of
great.
shit. Yeah, from when I was a kid all the way through my teens and all that, all other movies, even fucking with Toy Story, voice of Woody, everything he's done. Yeah, I love it. I think it's a fantastic movie, man. That's my number one pick is Castaway.
I don't like Castaway.
You don't like Castaway?
Wasn't even on my list. No.
Wasn't even on your list?
No, I saw it at the movies. Didn't like it. I've watched it a couple of times since, trying to get the fuss, and I just don't. I can't stay on the island with him, and I know that's the whole point of the film, and that's why I just can't get into it. I love the plane crash at the beginning. So well done. But and I like probably the first 20 minutes he's on there, because the whole film is on there. I just it's not, for me, it's not a good enough performance by it. And I love Tom Hanks.
It just really intrigues me of a one man show. Do you know what I mean? A one person show of, he had to make, he had to keep us intrigued and watching. That's what I love about it. And look, my wife hates it when I put it on. She's like, "Don't put that crap on." not a fan of it. I love it. So you know what?
Fair enough,
good,
mate.
And hey, all good.
So many people love it, and I totally understand why. And it's a great choice, because talk about a survival film. He does have to survive by himself. I think that's why I can't get into it. Is because like, you think of a film like Swiss Army Man, where there's two of them there, right? And you get kind of a performance from Daniel, or you get a great performance from Daniel Radcliffe as the dead body. And like, I think I needed someone else on the island with him. But I mean, I get it. I get why so many people love it. So yeah, I'm so glad.
No, that's fair enough. And we all have different taste buds and all that. So, Grandpa, have you ever survived anything interesting?
I've survived the war, hemorrhoids, STDs, and syphilis. I'm the ultimate fucking survivor.
Syphilis is an STD.
Hey, he's had it all. He's got the ABCs of it all.
Oh fuck!
All right, man. Number two, man. Number two.
I gotta go with The Grey. With Liam Neeson.
Liam.
Yeah, Jesus. I saw this at the movies, and so it's about and like the opening of the film where he's got a gun to his head. You're like, you know who this character is. You know what you're in for, and then there's a plane crash, and they have to fight off these wolves, and for me, it's just fucking badass. Is the only way I can put this film into words. Badass, or one word is badass. Liam Neeson's fantastic. Frank Grillo's in it. He's fantastic, and it's just man versus wolf. That's what the film is, and some of the shit in this film as well. Dermot Mulroney's in it as well. He's great, and they have to do some crazy shit in this in the middle of the snow and the forest to survive this. And like, I told Rob about the end sequence, about not knowing what happened, and then you see them there's an end. I won't spoil this one because you got to watch it if you haven't seen it. But there's a
100%.
fight at the end. Is all I'll say. There's a fight, and then don't shut it off at the end. Watch it all the way through because there's a end credits scene that it explains what just happened.
Yeah.
To an extent, there's still some ambiguity there, but it explains it to an extent. So yeah, that's
the wolves in it look fucking savage, and they're real. They're fucking definitely
wicked.
real wolves. I don't know how the fuck they can train wolves to not fuck someone up. I don't know.
Oh.
You tell me.
It's wicked, mate, and it's the director of Narc. He's a real. He loves directing those hard boiled, and this is that. It's like, it's just really white knuckle sort of thing, So fucking love it.
Nah, that's a good movie. Wasn't in my top 5 list, but it is a damn good movie. One of his best performances as well. So, good fucking pick there, man. People are going to say to me, all right, you're not picking violent stuff like you usually do, Robbie. What's going on? My number 2 is from 2012, Naomi Watts, Ewan McGregor, and we've got The Impossible. This can hit hard, man, because I'm a Bali boy. I love going to Bali, flying over there and all that shit. And then when you watch this and you go, fuck, the tsunami. When you think of a tsunami, do you think of a tsunami as in nice way to put it?
Like the way they portray it, I had no idea because the film does it so well. When you're watching it, you're like, holy fuck. How did they do it, with the special effects? But yeah, I had no idea it was like that. I just thought it was a big wave. Yeah. But when they show it the way they do, like you say, it's like, fuck me. It's just horrific. Yeah.
I didn't know. I guess we've seen footage and all that before of stuff like that. And when you watch this movie and you go, fuck, and then you go watch real footage of it happening and you go, fucking hell. You always think of a big, massive fucking wave. That's because of Hollywood, I guess. But just for water to get sucked right out. So if I ever see at the beach water get sucked right out, I'm running to my fucking car and driving like a motherfucker because that's a tsunami. Yes, fucking
shit.
That water's coming in like fast. But the performance when they're getting taken away in the water, Naomi Watts when she's tumbling, and you got young Spider-Man in there as well as a kid, Spider Boy Tom
Holland.
Yep, Tom Holland. Little Spider-Man, he's a little boy in it. But when Naomi Watts is fucking tumbling in the water and fucking you see her leg go and get cut and little slices and all that, it's fucking insane. But this is a survival movie because the kids had to survive, the dad had to survive, they had to survive to find each other in this fucking absolutely devastating fucking tragedy that's fucking happened. So it's a sad movie. It's a good movie. It's not something that you want to chuck on all the time, but it is something that you definitely need to go back and have a little watch of because it's a damn good movie and you should own it as well because crazy situation, man. But all their acting performances were great. Ewan McGregor was fantastic as well. He was really good. They all played the...
No, it's an absolute beauty, yeah.
They all played
it actually wasn't my top 5 though. It was just nudging out. Yeah. So yeah, but there's so many great ones. That's why so
many to choose from. And this jumped in because it hit me hard when I watched it. Like I said, so that's why it's my number 2, and I'm sticking with it. And that's what I'm going with. What's your number 3, man?
This I told Rob I've got a controversial one. This is it. Into the Wild.
Oh, it's not controversial. That's fucking survival. I had it on my list.
Yeah, well, the only reason why I thought it was is because of the ending and because of what happens, but it's not from lack of trying.
No, but it's still...
Can I spoil this one because it's a true story? So,
100%.
So the guy that the whole way through, Christopher McCandless is the guy who leads the film, and we go with him. And he decides one day he's about to go to college, but he decides he's just going to burn his savings, pack up, and leave to go to Alaska.
Yep.
And it's a completely true story. And but the ending, he dies at the end, so that's why I thought it was controversial, because he doesn't survive, you know. But
Well,
I mean,
survival doesn't mean
he doesn't
you
kill himself.
survive.
I mean,
Yeah, it doesn't
we
mean you
don't
have
know.
to survive.
No, we don't know he didn't, but every pointer in his diary leads to he ate the wrong. He starved, you know, and he didn't starve because he was trying to starve. He starved because fucking he ate the wrong fucking berries and poisoned himself, and you know, just couldn't stop shitting, you know. So, but this film, from beginning to end, it just puts me in that world of like wanting to do that, you know, until you find out what happens. But like, and just wanting to be one, you know, what do they call him in it? Oh, he's Alexander Supertramp in it, but just freaking just wanting to pack up one day and just go and live out there and just keep going and see how far I can get before I come back. The inevitable come home sort of thing, but it just puts you in that mindset for, you know, 2 and a bit hours of just wanting to just pack your shit up, just leave it here and just fucking go and see what the world is about, you know. And that's what the film is about, you know. Directed by Sean Penn, and he does such a wonderful job. And you got the likes of Vince Vaughn, you got Christian Stewart, got some great side players, and it's just a fantastic film for me and one of my favourites. And yeah, again, I can watch this over and over again. So yeah, that's my 3.
It is a absolutely brilliant movie, and it's definitely a survival movie because he is trying to survive the whole fucking movie. He is trying to survive out there in the wild, and just because they die doesn't mean it's not a survival movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, I just was a bit confused because I was like, yeah, but he doesn't live at the end, so survival. But
this
like, you know me, I'm a bit
movie
mentally,
draft, man. The voters will decide. The voters can decide when they fucking think. But I think it's
away with
brilliant.
the fairies half the time. Again, the shaved head, it doesn't help. You know, there's nothing there stopping all of it coming out. All the thoughts and ideas that make someone's brain, they're always flying out half the time.
No, I think it's good. And I'd love to fucking just burn everything and go live in the bush myself. So, but I'm not going to eat no fucking berries. I just thought of one that I forgot to put on my list, and I'm glad you fucking haven't taken it. This should have been one. This should have been my number one. This should have been my number one because this is in my top 10 movies of all time.
Oh, what is it?
And I fucking forgot about this one. Because you said controversial, maybe that's why I didn't fucking put it on the list. But the voters and the viewers can decide if it's a survival movie or not. But I think it is. The 2006 Mel Gibson directed Apocalypto.
It was on my fucking list.
Was it? This should have been my fucking number one.
I didn't think you were going to pick it. Fuck.
Oh, I forgot about it. Cheeky little bastard. Cheeky fucker.
God. It was next.
This is one of the fucking greatest movies of all time. Who cares at this subtitle? Get over it, people with fucking these subtitles. Who gives a shit? This is survival, man. Fucking, he wants to get back to his pregnant wife. He wants to get back to his he wants to get back to his pregnant wife.
Nice strategy. I didn't think of that one. You actually want to win this episode.
What's a good strategy?
I want it yet. That's a good chance he will now.
Look, this is brilliant, man. He's trying to get back to his pregnant wife. This is survival, man, because she's going to fucking drown while having this fucking baby. He's been fucking taken hostage as a slave by all these other tribe members. Everything about this movie, with their heads getting chopped off, survival of running and the spears are getting thrown at them. This is intense. Absolutely intense. If you have not seen Apocalypto, please watch it. It is violent, but it's the way it was, man. It's the way it was back then. Fucking love this movie, man. Yeah. I just
it's like The Running Man on steroids. Halfway through, there's a twist, and it's like, and like Last Mohicans again, it's like that, you know. Except it's it's fucking phenomenal filmmaking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Love the ending as well. Ending, I'm not going to give it away. I love the ending. I should have made a part 2. Anyway, that's that was my number 3, man. I don't want to get too much into it because I want people to actually watch that movie.
Good pick.
Brilliant fucking movie, man.
Well, I'm going to go with my favourite Tom Hanks performance now. I can't believe I got this low, but
Toy Story is not fucking survival.
It's not a survival film.
They do actually have to try and survive.
I so love this film, and I was blown away. And again, it's his best performance just by one scene at the end, easily, for me anyway. And it's Captain Phillips.
Oh,
and fuck me, is this Paul Greengrass who did or the first or the second and third and Jason Bourne films. It's about pirates who jump on a ship and trying to steal it, and they come up against Tom Hanks, who's the captain, and he has to try and survive this film and some of the shit he has to go through, and he's just a normal bloke who he's just trying to save his crew, and and apparently this happens a lot. I had no idea really that this happens a lot. Yeah, and
when we think of pirates, we think of R.
you do. Yeah, you don't think of like pirates with machine guns, with AK-47s, jumping onto ships. And so he has to try and be nice, but he also has to try and get up on them somehow. And the dude who plays the baddie in this is fantastic as well. Someone Ali, I think. He's so bloody good. I'm the captain now. That bloke.
I'm the captain now.
He's so good up against him. But there's a scene, and there's a bit where he's on like this dinghy, and not dinghy, like this ship that's part of the giant ship that they try and escape on for a long period of time. And you got snipers out there trying to knock off these pirates that have kidnapped him.
Yep.
But there's a scene at the end where he survives it, and there's a scene where a nurse or a doctor comes up to check if he's okay, and he starts crying. And this scene is my favourite Tom Cruise moment of acting of all time, and I'll get teary just thinking about it, because I've seen of someone who's not really acting. He's broken. And he's like, it's one of the most moving pieces of acting I've ever seen in my entire life. And it's like 5 minutes of him just being checked on. And after going through this ordeal, and fuck me, Captain Phillips, mate, put it on your list. It's awesome.
Like I said, he's one of the best actors ever.
He is, no two ways about it.
Ever.
Yeah.
Ever. Not a very good spaceman, but one of the best.
I love it.
You bastard! You fucking bastard! Oh shit! All right, this one you probably will be thinking, didn't expect you to pick that. And most people watching
getting you back for fucking Apocalyptic.
Well, I got you on there. Oh, thank fuck! I thought of it. I don't know why I even thought of it. I just thought of it. Anyway, this one is from 2002. Adrian Brody in The Pianist.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I saw this for the first time a year ago.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow. I don't care what anyone says. We've all got different tastes. This is better than Schindler's List.
Oh, it's a big call, yeah.
In my opinion, better than Schindler's List, because this is really about the one person's survival. The end bit where he's in the snow and fucking he's wearing the the wrong jacket to keep warm, and then they think he's an enemy. Everything like that, hiding under the friggin' things. What they went through in the Holocaust and all that crap. Because, you know, he started off as a fucking great pianist, and just everything that bad that can happen, but he just keeps on getting away. He was just clever. It was just one of those movies that when we watched it, we were just like, this is really fucking good. Ooh, hiccup. My hand. This is really, and see, I would have got caught by the Nazis there by hiccuping, and everyone would have gone, oh, yeah.
I would have gone, he's there. He's doing it.
You could have just fucking grandpa. You could have just fucking not sneezed. Now we're all dead. No, fucking, it's just one of those movies where you're just like, holy shit, the survival that they go through. And I just felt like this list needed a Holocaust type of movie on there. And I think The Pianist is a very individual survival movie. Best way to put it.
It's great.
Look,
it's a great film.
Look, Schindler's List and this are on par, both same scores from me, but I would put this one in first because it's about the individual. That's what I like. That's what I like. Written very well. Last time I saw it was a year ago when we saw it for the first time, and I watched it again, of course, a couple of weeks after because we loved it. But I'm gathering you haven't watched it for a while.
No, it's been a while. I remember it though. I mean, Adrian Brody was fantastic, and I always remember that bit where the Nazis are going through the building, and the guy in the wheelchair, and they kick him out the window. And always remember that, and just going, "Fuck me, yeah, I'm in for a thing here."
There's some fucked up shit in that movie, man. Actually there's some real fucked up shit in that movie, but I loved it. I absolutely loved it.
It's a brilliant film, yeah. I mean, with war and with the a lot of dramas, they stick in my head. Yes. And that one sticks in my head. I haven't seen it for about 10 years, but it's definitely stuck in my head, you know, and I've got it somewhere.
You've got it
somewhere. Yeah. I don't know. I need to organise this shit.
Well, I fucking never ever watched it because I always thought it was about just some cunt that fucking played the piano. Didn't know it was about... I was like, I want to fucking watch some fucking piano.
And when it starts, you're like, what the fuck is this shit?
No, my wife, when she found it, she was like, oh, it's another World War one, because we got recommended to us on one of the apps because we'd just watched Schindler's List. And there's another one, and I was like, hey, I thought this was about some fucking prick plus playing a piano. All right. I didn't want to watch it, chuck it on. I was like, ooh. Anyway, man, that's my number 4, man. Without,
I love
number 5, man. This is your last pick, isn't it?
Yeah. This one's hard. There's so many bangers here.
Oh, dude, there's so many.
I'm gonna go with. This film had me in floods, and it's called Only the Brave, and it's a firefighter film with Miles Teller and Josh Brolin, a true story again, and it's about a bunch of firefighters who get stranded basically, and they have to make some hard decisions, and the ending. I mean. It's fucking. I mean, yeah.
You can sell this to me.
You're going to be
sell this to me, man, because I haven't seen it. I know it.
Okay. So yeah, it's about these. It's about. So at the beginning, Miles Teller is a bit of a fucked up individual. He likes booze. He likes all that, and he gets some hard talkings too. And he he gets pushed into becoming a firefighter, you know, because he doesn't really have much else in his life. Mm-hmm. And Josh Brolin is the head of the firefighters, and he boots him the first time he tries. But he comes back again, tries again, fucking has a crack, and finally gets in there and to be a firefighter. And they're kind of the special firefighters who jump to. They're the first frontier of when
the
there's
jumpers.
Bushfires, yeah, they're those ones.
Yep,
and they get put in the shit basically.
The jumpers, they're
with the axes and the the front line sort of dudes where they literally roll up to the fire first.
Yeah, just from looking at the pictures, they look like the ones that have to make a big perimeter.
That's them. That's them. They have to go around, and that's it. And so I'm not going to tell you anything else because it would spoil the whole thing. But don't read up on it either.
Okay.
But just have a bunch of tissues with you is all I'll say with this one. But I remember some of the action's brilliant as well. So,
I remember when it came out. I like that the both main actors, the guy from Whiplash.
Yes. Yeah.
And
Miles Teller and Josh Brolin's from a lot of things. Yeah. Sicario, he's in that.
Now looking at the poster, I'm like, fucking hell, I was meant to watch that when that came out. And when stuff slips by you?
Yeah.
And because it's not on any of it hasn't been on Netflix or Binge, so
I think it might be on. It's on one of them. I think it might be on Stan.
Yeah, I don't have Stan, so there you go. That's why I haven't seen it.
Oh, okay. I've got the Blu-ray. They say.
Forget about it. Yeah, don't you worry. It won't be on your shelf fucking soon enough. All right, man. Well, I'll give that a crack. And if you're still tuned in, myself and Adsey, when we tell each other movies that we haven't seen, when we pick them in the list, we have been watching movies that we haven't seen. So there's movies like from the last few episodes, from the video camera one, you've watched Spree and you enjoyed it. I enjoyed the Bruce Willis one, the invasion one. So we've been watching each other's movies as well that have been getting on the picks. So definitely have a watch of stuff if you haven't seen it. But I'll go with my last pick. And look, there's so many to choose from. I'd love to choose a whole heap of other ones, but as you know now, kind of, I do like these solo, because Into the Wild was on my list, okay? So I like these solo ones where
one dude or one girl.
Yeah, where it's one person. So, for instance, my list, we've got Tom Hanks, he was by himself, and then the pianist, he was by himself. So this one I'm going with, I'm rattling on, I'm sorry, everyone. All is Lost. All is Lost.
Oh, yeah, Robert Redford. That's
Robert Redford. So I saw this for the first time on Tubi.
Oh, yeah.
A couple of weeks ago. It was there on Tubi, said Robert Redford. I was like, this doesn't look budget. Chucked it on. It's just him on his yacht. Solo. Hits a fucking hell. What are they called again? Those big storage tank thing. The shipping containers.
That's
shipping container. Yep. It hits a shipping container.
I work with the bricks.
So he hits a shipping container. Water's fucking flooding into his fucking yacht. And eventually he has to fucking get onto a raft and all that. I don't want to spoil it. I don't know when last time was you watched it. That was the first time I've ever watched it. I thought that deserves to go on my list just so I can tell everyone to jump on Tubi for free and have a watch of it because it's fucking brilliant. And funny enough, last week at the op shop, I found it for fucking 50 cents on DVD. So it's in my fucking, now it's actually in my collection. So it was just the way it was. It was like legit couple of days later.
It was meant to be, mate. Yeah.
It was meant to be. So now I've got it on DVD as well. But All is Lost, Robert Redford. I've never been a Robert Redford fan. Not interested, to be honest.
Yeah. He's not like a up there actor for me. I think I pretty much enjoy most things he's in. He's never really. He's just not really memorable. Yeah.
He's not
great in this. I thought he was great in this.
He's not bad. He's not bad in anything he does, but he's he's just
got
Robert Redford.
He's got screen presence, but like you put him up against like a Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt's always because he was in that Spy game with Brad Pitt. Brad Pitt's always going to win because he's got. I think he's got the chops, more chops, but chops. But yeah, throw some chops on the Barbie.
I thought you would have had The Room on your list.
Yeah, it was close. Yeah, it was between Room. Hang on, I've lost my list now. It was between Room, 127 Hours.
Yeah,
I'll just call these honourable mentions.
Yeah.
Twister, I like just for the cheesiness of it. And Frozen, I really loved with the ski lift. I thought it was great. But I already had a wolf one on there, so I wasn't going to pick that. But they're probably
Alive was the only other one.
Yeah, Alive and Society of the Snow. But I just I'm happy with my 5. I think. Yeah,
I'm happy with my 5 as well. The only other movie that was the biggest survival movie ever to get through is fucking Avatar, because it's a piece of shit. I had to survive fucking to get through watching that piece of shit. Now that's a fucking survival movie and a half. Fucking winner takes it all. Fucking Avatar, survival fucking movie of the fucking.
You're turning into me with Nomadland with Avatar.
What a fucking hunk of junk. Let's wrap this up. Let's chuck on the screen. You got The Revenant as number 1, then The Grey, Into the Wild, Captain Phillips, and Only the Brave. Pretty fucking good box set, man. I would buy that box set, 100%.
Yep.
I've got a little bit different, some true stories in there as well. Castaway isn't a true story. Castaway, Impossible, Apocalypto, The Pianist, and All Is Lost with Robert Redford. Pretty good list there as well.
And buy that box set.
Yeah, I'd buy both box sets. Both box sets are pretty fucking good. And let's be honest, with our top 5s that we've got there, that's pretty much really a pretty good fucking top 10 of all time of survival movies.
You'd have a ball with it.
Yeah, you'd have a ball with it. It'd be hard. I'd probably push Apocalypto to be number 1. I'm sorry to say. But I love it that much.
I don't mind if you want to switch, mate. If you want to switch,
no. You can't switch. That's fucking illegal. Grandpa will throw that fucking Jim Beam bottle that he's drinking at me. Shit. So, vote in the community section. What are you supposed to do, Grandpa?
Don't forget to vote in the community section on the draft poll, you sons of bitches.
That's right. In the community section, put your vote in. Put your vote in. And anyway, Adsey30 on Instagram, Blood Popcorn 1. Vote in the community section. We'll be back next week with whatever the fuck we want to do, because that's the way we fucking do it. But subscribe. Tell your mum to watch, because we know she wants to fucking watch us too on the screen. Until next time, see you later. She's actually coming to watch Grandpa, but anyway, whatever. See you.